Hi everybody, today I'm making a wreath with a burlap base. This is it's not like a ton of prep work, but it's a little bit of prep work. I got these today. They are $1.11 at Walmart right now because they got thrown into the fall clearance, so they might actually go to like 30 cents in a couple days. I bought like 4 of them. You need 2 to make this wreath. These are 5.5 by 30 feet, 5.5 inches by 30 feet. And I'm going to cut both rolls down to 10-inch pieces. So I should get 18, no, that's not right. 36 per piece, is that right? I'm cutting them into 10-inch pieces. Let's just start there. I should get 36 from each roll. That's 72 total. Then we're going to stick them on a wreath. So I'm going to start cutting. I am using, I'm just using my rotary cutter. When you're cutting burlap, like, it's nice to try to cut in between the things to avoid fraying. I don't know that I have that in me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 12. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is 10 inches from the 7 to the 17, which I will probably use as my guide, and I am just going to go through and cut. And I don't like cutting that far over, so I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to go from 1 to 11. Just like that. That's how quickly we change our minds right here. Or 10, it doesn't matter. And if you have any difficulties breathing, allergies, whatever, you might want to use a mask because burlap is a natural fiber. It gets in the air. It's kind of gross. And when we're done, we are going to ruffle these all up like that. Put it in, ruffle this one up, put it in, and our whole wreath is going to basically be these little flower deals. I have a lot of burlap to cut before we can get there, so I'm going to watch something on my phone because I still don't have internet, and yeah, I will get back to you once that's all done, and I'll just time-lapse everything. Okay, so that did not take nearly as long as I thought it would. Normally I would start these like I would a decoupage wreath by wiring onto the frame, but because my pipe cleaners do not match, because I just don't know, just call a pipe cleaner right now, I am going to cut these down, and let's see if I want, am I going to want a half pipe cleaner or a whole? Does anybody else hate the time change? I used to love it, and now I'm just like, what? Is it midnight? Is it 4:30? I don't know what time it is. So I have all these cut. It should be 36. It's probably actually 35 because I wasn't like paying the closest attention. I'm gonna ruffle it up right down the middle, which is super easy because it's so sweet and tiny. Make my little bundle. Take another piece. Make a little bundle. And see, this one is going this way. I want this one to go that way. So once I get this in here, that is not going to be enough. So we're going to use a full pipe cleaner. I just haven't made one of these in a while. I usually do it the other way. But, you know, I'm sitting here watching things on a little bitty screen like a caveman. So I'm going to do that. I'm just not going to use, I'm going to do one with the full pipe cleaner just to see what we're doing. And this will be showing, but I think I have an idea on how to cover that. Give it a twist. Take your next piece. You can always move them around afterwards. Yeah, and then this will be extra to attach it to the wreath form. You see these are, one needs to go that way, one needs to go that way. One needs to go that way, one needs to go this way. When we get it on, we're gonna pack them all because I think I'm gonna do like a really dense wreath. So yeah, I'm gonna continue with that. I'll time lapse it because I just don't want to talk. Okay, so I have a Dollar Tree frame here. What's wrong with that? Why you look like that? I want this to be extra full, extra dense, so it, do you see that? Can you see? Right there, it's like what? I want this to be extra full. My glue pot was on that whole time, and I was like, what does that smell? I want this to be extra full, so I'm going to do where I would normally do 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do 3, 4, 5. So there'll be 5 of these in each section. I'm going to start attaching to the outside. Give this 2 or 3 good twists. Bring in the next one. Another. So this should end up using 36 bundles, which is 2 rolls, pretty much. And then while I'm here, I'm just going to get this inner part of the ring. So there's 3 on the outer ring, outer 2 rings, 2 on the inner 2 rings. 6 times 5 is 30. Wait, that's not right. So I'm still gonna need 2, but I'm gonna have a little bit left over. This is what it's looking like. Nice and full. We're still gonna have a circle in the middle. And you can't really, I mean, it would be, I would prefer obviously to have the pipe cleaner that matched the burlap perfectly and have these fibers all over me. I'm gonna be sneezing all night, but that's what I do for you guys. You know, you can kind of see, I mean, obviously you can see it like that, but I'm I might glue some little glittered balls on there because this is obviously a Christmas wreath because it's Christmas time. What else would it be? Alright, so this is where I ended. This is where I started. I'm going to start with the outside. Take these, bring them down. Bring them to the next one. Okay, so we'll continue doing 3 on the outside, 2 on the inside, and when we come back, we'll have a wreath that is ready for embellishment. Okay, so this is 2 rolls of the burlap. There are 30 bundles, 5 times 6 is 30, yeah. So 60 pieces, and I actually had enough left over of the single layers to make a little bag for it. So it doesn't cover everything. You can still see some of the stuff, but it's at least protecting the door from all the pipe cleaners. So I kind of went back and forth about this, like, do I actually need to put something over these pipe cleaners, because you can see them but not really. I mean, if I had used this color, if I had enough to do it, you can't see that one at all. But I thought, hey, instead of using like some tacky glitter balls, let's keep this kind of neutral and naturally. I have some pine cones from Dollar Tree last year. I don't know if I haven't seen these this year. But they have these, and they have them in a kind of frosted color, and I was thinking of doing the frosted, but I kind of like these. So I'm just going to go through and glue these on just like we would pom-poms or ornaments or whatever. And I'm just using my hot glue gun because these are kind of small for me to be dipping into the glue pan. And I feel like I would be getting a lot more glue than I needed, and I would definitely burn myself many times. I'm just going to go around and add these wherever our pipe cleaner is showing. So I'm going to set this up right over here, and I'm sure I'm going to find much more, maybe not. These are both from Joann's. Like I said, they're place and time, 8.3 yards. What kind of measurement is that? Give me 10 yards. It's 6 more feet. Give me 10 yards. Well, give me 8 yards. Why do I need the 0.3? I mean, I'm glad I got it. I'll probably need it, but it's like, I was looking at them and I was like, why is this a weird, it's a weird measurement. And anybody else who watched the speech, were those cars honking the entire time the most annoying thing ever? Like, again, it was, I didn't watch anything before that, but I assume it's, you know, they had people in their cars to like socially distance, but I was like, why are people honking their horns? That's annoying. Alright, so when I make a hand bow, when I make a bow by hand, I guess it's not a hand bow, I'm just going to do a 3-loop bow, And I am going to use my mat to measure because I don't estimate. I'm going to use this big ribbon at, is it going to stand out enough? Yeah, I'm going to use this with 6-inch loops, so this one is going to be 5, but I'm going to measure my tails at like 8. So this is an 8-inch measurement from here. My loops need to be 5, so I'm going to measure 10. And then when we bring it together, it makes a 5-inch loop. And then from here, I'm going to measure to 10. Bring this to the back. Bring this to the back again. This way, you are not creating extra bulk by twisting. I'm just going to put this in here as a holder. Do the same thing, except I just jammed one nail into like, oh great, now it's bleeding. I jammed one nail, it's not bleeding, but it's like scratched. Jammed one nail into my other cuticle. So 8 inches, and then we want 6, so we're gonna go to 12. I'm just going through. That was like so easy. This is like the least stressful wreath ever. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna have to cut out most of that political talk, even though it was fairly unbiased, just because you don't want to deal with somebody being like blah 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 blah. I don't want to invalidate anybody's opinion or hurt anybody's feelings, unless it comes to, you know, vintage books. So I'm gluing that, a little bit of burlap right over that, just to. I don't really care that the pipe cleaners are showing. Pipe cleaners are scratchy when you cut them. I don't want that going up against somebody's freshly varnished door, you know? So, I mean, I didn't measure how much ribbon I used, but what do we say the wreath was? $2.22 for the burlap, $1 for the form, $1 for the pine cones, which we used only, I mean, I got this maybe 20 cents. I mean, this is like a $5 wreath. And sit down, make all your bundles. Buy some ribbons. That bow was super easy to make. I think I'm gonna actually, where's that big pine cone? It's right here. I'm gonna add a pine cone to the middle because I don't like that pipe cleaner showing. Look, I didn't even break the pipe cleaner, y'all. Maybe everything has changed today. But I think this is a good, I'm not necessarily a last minute gift, but like, you want to give somebody something nice that looks like it took a lot more time than it actually did. And if you do, I mean, this is definitely like Christmas ribbon, just because it's red and green. But if you picked, like, you know, a buffalo check, a stripe, a solid, whatever. It could be year round. And I mean the pine cones make it kind of Christmassy, but yeah, I love that. I think that came out super cute. I wasn't gonna finish this tonight, but I was laying in bed and I was like, let me get up and do this. Let me do this. I can do nothing tomorrow besides go to my mom's house for dinner. I think I want these a teensy bit shorter. Where is this bow even at? Like, is it just down here? Is it at the bottom? I guess that's whatever you want to. I like it. I'm always gonna put a bow down here or up here. Oh, I kind of like it up there. Yeah, here's our wreath. It's like a $5 wreath. Pretty good. I like this ribbon too. I was like, ah, this ribbon $9, $10 a thing, and it was $6. Is it 6? Yeah, it was like 40% off or something like that. But that's really nice ribbon too. I'm sorry for judging you, Joann's. I mean, you're too expensive without a coupon, but this is really nice. It's got a nice body to it. It cut nicely. It's not fraying, so yeah. If you can't find the burlap on clearance, it's in the floral section at Walmart year round. I think it's like $4 something a roll, so your $5 wreath could become a like a $13 wreath maybe. 13, 14, 15, somewhere up in there, but still, that's pretty cheap for a substantial wreath. Alright, I'm really going this time. I'll see you guys later. Bye.